Welcome back everybody. This is our second video on getting through the day, the theme for this week in New Matter, and we were kind of chatting after our last video and realizing there's so much information to get out there really, and what's important we feel at this time is we've got a question up here. I know you can't see this, but the question is that we'd like to invite you to think with curiosity perhaps about your current situation, what your day-to-day life is looking like, how you're reacting and responding to things, because the whole purpose of the getting through the day is that we kind of, our normal routines and structures are not in place, and we can feel there's lots of emotions, feelings, behaviors, reactions that we have to that can make us feel a bit out of control and anxious. And it's very much about, I would have a very clear structure to my day always, because I struggled with my mental health for so many years. It's really important to me to get up at the same time every day, to have my shower, to have regular meals. My bedtime routine is really important. That's out the window at the moment because I'm reading too much news. I'm on Twitter for too long. That can affect my ability to sleep because I may be reading things that I'm then worrying about. So I'm actually having to take a bit of a step back and look with curiosity on my life, my family as well. My kids are a little bit out of sorts. They're adapting quite well. I think I'm quite lucky, but they're going through things. My husband is self-isolating, so that routine is all out. I have expectations because I'm at work that when I get home things are going to be a certain way. So our normal routine and structure is completely out. It'll be different for everybody depending what your circumstances are. But for me, that gives me a sense of feeling quite out of control. I can become quite impatient, a little bit tearful, feeling my head will get very busy. And by taking that step back and looking at my life, I'm looking at what can I do, what can I put in place at the moment that is going to help me feel a little more grounded and a little more in control of, in fact, what's going on, and just manage better. So it's looking at the new routine and it's saying, yes, things are different. So what is essential for me to do every day? And I know what's essential for me. It's also about support, and it's having conversations that can sometimes be difficult. So it's being very clear with my children what I expect from them, what I need from them to help support me. And I need to take care of myself because I need to go to work and be able to do the things I do. If my husband were to become unwell, I need to be able to be there for him. For people who are in caring roles or are going to work, or even if you're on your own and you're needing to manage without the usual things in place, taking care of ourselves and doing the things that help us feel a bit more in control and a bit better about ourselves is absolutely essential to getting through the moment, through this time.
Yeah. And you said something there, Lisa, that is very important and made me think actually that you talked about having lived experience of your own and having mental health conditions and how important it is then to have routine and structure because it works for you. It helps give, I suppose, a new frame to your life. I would actually say the same as it is for me. It's the same for me. Not having ever used mental health services, but I'm very aware of my emotional self, my emotional well-being, and how this whole new climate is actually impacting and affecting me too. So what we're noticing actually in our dialogues and conversations are that there's an awful lot more similar between us than there is different, especially in this current climate, because it's in times of crisis and stress like this that you start to realise things like that. So for me also, I'm finding that because I'm trying to create a new routine and a new structure, because life is very different for me at home as well. I have my daughter there who's been away for a number of years. We have to find a new way through and renegotiate our relationships. Actually doing that in a productive way helps me get through the day. Having good relationships, working out what she needs to do, what I need to do, what is essential on a daily basis, what is important and what really matters to us, that really works for me. So having that routine and structure is absolutely essential, and if I am given so much in work during the day, as we all are, giving more and giving differently, and doing these videos and thinking about what's important to you, I have to be very aware of how I'm topping up, what I'm putting in to be able to get through the day, how I'm taking care of myself, where my boundaries are, and how when I give so much at work that actually getting home and having to give more can feel like too much of a mountain to climb. I can feel that it's just too much. So it's about managing expectations then from others as well.
Yeah.
both in personal life and in our work lives. So it's really important for me at the end of the day to feel that I have achieved something. So getting through the day is also about being mindful, planning what matters to me, so that tonight when I'm sitting down I can think, right, I've achieved this and I've done so many things that were important. I've looked at what mattered to me today and I've been able to get through the sense of achievement. And that's only got for me through planning. That's very important.
And that's for all of us at the moment, because for our frontline staff who are having to come home with the whole routine around hygiene, uniforms, that's a whole new routine in place.
Mm-hmm.
How do we structure all these new things in a way that looks after ourselves?
Yeah, okay. A few other things that we talked about were about scrapbooking, doing some photography, creativity, writing, and some artwork.
Lists,
That's very
keeping
useful.
lists, actually planning your week ahead, when you're going to go and do your shopping, with the shopping queues that you're waiting for, all those kind of things, actually putting those down really helps.
So we hope that's been useful for you folks. We're going to finish off
We're
now.
forever running out of time, so sorry for the rush, because we talk an awful lot because we're wanting to connect.
Yeah.
So apologies for the rush at the end.
So the next few days is going to look slightly different. We are going to be sharing some very short videos with you, and they are people talking about what's important to them to get through the day. Some of those people are students at our college and some are trainers. So thanks very much for checking in, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you.